Hello? Good evening, everyone. Who is there with me? Let me see who is arriving. Today we are going to chat. Hi, Chrisangela. How are you? Joining in. Podologia Andrea. How are you? Noemi? Carolina arriving. Mariala. Nata, how are you? Good evening to everyone. Lota? Kaupi. How are you, Naomi? Aline. 01. On Elaine. Online, right? Eva, how are you? Everyone is arriving, guys. I am very happy. Good evening. Another class today. Controversial. My classes are becoming controversial now, right? Talking about whipped cream brands, it ends up becoming controversial. Everyone wants to know what's happening, what's going on with these whipped creams, right? So today, another live, more class, more technique. And today I'm going to talk to you about a brand of whipped cream that for me, I really like. I like it a lot. It's also dominating the market, I think. I'm not getting anything for saying this, okay? I'm talking about all the brands. In fact, in the next live, I'll show you another brand. Very important, by the way, right? Because we pastry chefs suffer a lot, really a lot. Everyone here has already had a hard time with whipped cream. Isn't that right? And now we have an even harder time. Because every time we go to buy, we see in the markets, there's a new brand of whipped cream. You're always wanting to test, the whipped cream on other people's cakes. Then it becomes a total panic, right? What is this, people? But let's go. Let's talk about what happens, how I can help you, how I can assist. And we will be bringing you tips, techniques, and showing what no one else tells, revealing what no one else reveals. So in a way, I become somewhat controversial in this world of confectionery. Yeah, there are many brands. I think they don't like me because I start talking. And people, I'm testing the product. I test everything you want to know. Testing everything to show you what is good and what is not. Because one thing is being able to test with one brand, but this time I researched all the brands in the market. And I brought all the brands that are in the market that we confectioners, many have already used, right? Many people have already used and many have not, right, people? Many have not. I will talk today about a brand that you might know by, for example, go ahead. I'm going to pick a well-known brand here. Look. For example, Cecibon. Many people know it as Cecibon, Cecibon, but don't know it by the company Rix do Brasil, right? Rix do Brasil, I was surprised because while researching, I discovered that this brand has many types of whipped cream, and I was impressed. I'm going to show it here for you to see. Because of this, I found we still have a lot to learn, a lot of things. Today we are discovering what we should have discovered centuries ago. But that's how it is. Life is like that, right? This brand, Rix do Brasil, also has another brand, another whipped cream, which is this one here. Look, Pastry Pride, which I already talked about in the last class. I already showed it to you. In fact, I've also made videos on Reels talking about this brand and what I thought of it. Also, this same Rix do Brasil has this Rica. Later, those who are just joining, who are not in our WhatsApp group, guys, start typing the word cake, okay? To join our group, because we are coming with many tips, techniques for you on how to work with whipped cream, transforming it into the best whipped cream of the century. Seriously, it's the thermal whipped cream. So type the word cake, join the VIP WhatsApp group, and I will go there to explain to you how you can transform any brand of whipped cream into a top brand, the unique one, like the thermal whipped cream, so you won't have any more problems because it depends a lot on your region. There are regions that have these brands, regions that don't, and regions that have good brands and regions that only have bad brands, because that's how it is. So what can we do? I'm not saying that all of this here is bad, but, let's try it out to see if it works. So this company, it has these various types of brands here. Look, Sessibo, Rika, Paste, Pastry Pride. I'm not sure if that's right. Pastry Pride. I think that's it. There's also from this same company, the Better Creme Nata, which I think is one of their best. Like it's already the Supreme line, let's say, Supreme, I don't know. It's their top line there. There's also the American Top, which is also from Rix do Brasil. So I was surprised by this brand because of the amount of whipped cream it has. Now explain to me, why so many? How many types of whipped cream like this? Explain to me. If one solved the problem for the pastry chef, why so many types from the same company? I can't understand this. I can't. Why? It confuses us. Rika is the best margarine for puff pastry. Elizabeth, for puff pastry, right? Margarine, right? And whipped cream, have you used it? Exactly. Then I discovered like this. Look, I look here. I'm saying this because I look here. Look, distributed. Yes, produced by Rika do Brasil. Here it says like this. Look, produced by Rika do Brasil. Here, Rika from Brazil. Here, Rika from Brazil. This one. Here it also says here, want to see. Look. Hold on, let me find it. Ingredients, parará, parará. Distributed by Rika do Brasil. This one here, same thing, folks. Distributed by Rika do Brasil. Okay? So, why so many brands? Why so many types of whipped cream? This confuses our minds, right? If there were at least two, right? One, an entry-level one, which I mean the cheaper whipped cream. The whipped cream that is for you, that has the strawberry here. Everyone asking me today, in my reels, Leo, what's going on? Why don't you like the whipped cream with the strawberry on the cover here of the whipped cream? Because it's not a high definition whipped cream, folks. Whipped cream of better. I don't say this one is high definition because it's not. But it's better than this one, okay? Why? Just look at the cover. Look, this one has strawberries. This one has a decorated cake. So start thinking about it, okay? This one has strawberries, right? This one has nothing. And neither does this one, but these here are high. This one is high definition. They are good whipped creams. Nice. Today, I want to do, whoever is here and hasn't written the word cake yet, look, Delicias da, Val said, I've already used this track. Yeah, not Track Pride. It's this one. Look, Pastry Pride. Oops. What is she talking about? Pastry Pride. Let me see here, folks. It went by. Yeah, I've already used this Pastry Pride, but I used to buy it frozen. Oh, really? I didn't know. I have cream straight from the farm. Elisabeth, how delightful, right? You're going to put it on the cake, join the VIP WhatsApp group. Our big class is coming up, which is the class about thermal whipped cream. What is thermal whipped cream? You can transform any type of whipped cream, even a basic one, a porous one, a light one, that whipped cream that has no weight, that whipped cream, that if you blow on it, it flies away. You know, that really soft whipped cream. If you beat it too much, it becomes porous. If you beat it too little, it stays soft. And when you decorate, it starts weeping. Weeping means it actually leaks, drips down. You try to decorate with a piping tip, and you just sit and cry. So, I transform any type of whipped cream into a top-notch whipped cream. One that you can work with perfectly to smooth the cake. No? It has weight. It has shine. It looks like porcelain. You can work with a piping tip perfectly. And I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do it with Rika. Rika, folks, for me, I still didn't know. No, I didn't know him. Today, I just got to know him now, like by using him. I've seen it in the market, but I had never used it. I have never whipped it pure. I'm going to whip it now. In fact, I'm going to whip it because it's nice and cold. And I'm going to put it in my mixer and whip it. I don't know what's going to happen. What did I feel about it? Because I already turned it into a thermal whipped cream. And I'll talk about that. What did I feel about it? Too liquid, you know? Liquid, it looks like milk. Look, it's milk. Milk. Whipped cream at least has a little bit of thickness right here, right? Good whipped cream is already thicker, isn't it? Have you seen it? Who has used this, Rika? Who has used it? Look, pure milk, liquid, but liquid. I was shocked. I said, guys, can this even be used to decorate a cake? Look at this, it's milk. Look. Very liquid. Let's see. I haven't whipped it. It's chilled. It's been since yesterday. I'm going to whip it at the highest speed to see if it thickens, to make it airy. Let it stir, not to keep it soft, because if I whip it too little, if I whip it at medium speed, as they suggest, whip it at medium speed, go slowly. It will stay soft and become foamy. Whip it more, then we try to fix the thing and end up ruining it. Then you go and whip it a lot. Then it becomes airy. Some turn out that way, others don't. I'm going to start whipping it. Hold on, everyone. And then I'll tell you while it's whipping. Let's start whipping. Hold on. Let's go. Work. Let it whip there, and we'll talk about it. So today, I'm doing tests with Rika, because a lot of people are asking me, Leo, do a test. Show us the difference between pure whipped cream and turning it into a thermal whipped cream. There's a total difference, everyone. One thing I did yesterday, I wanted to see if I could do today, not yesterday, in the last class, is to weigh the whipped cream. 1 cup of pure whipped cream to 1 cup of thermal whipped cream. We, as confectioners, need whipped cream with weight. The whipped creams we use that you buy are very porous, very soft, when you whip it, it doesn't hold. It's too light, it looks like foam. You can't decorate a cake with it. Let me see how it is. Let's see what his reaction will be. I'm going to let it whip as much as possible, because at least if it becomes porous, we know we can bring it back a bit, right? By giving it a velvety texture, if it doesn't turn into thermal. But the whipped cream, when you transform whipped cream, if I use the Nortel, just use, the old lady says she only uses the Nortel. The old lady also says she has used Lala. Mara Rubia said she knows the margarine truffle heart. Never saw it where she lives. And it's in Alvarado, Rio Grande do Sul. I'll see if I can find it. Hold on, Mara Rubia. Let's see if it's good. Calm down. I haven't used it pure yet, okay? I've already transformed it into the thermal one. And now I'm going to tell you, look, it's reaching the right consistency. It's getting to a point. I'll let it be at maximum. Hold on. The important thing about whipped cream, Leo, it became firm, but it's porous. But listen, does your whipped cream have weight? Because to decorate a cake and have it turn out really well, you need to have excellent whipped cream, high definition, not that foamy kind. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to turn it off here and show it now. It's the first time I'm seeing this whipped cream. Guys, it whipped, okay? It's at the point where when you look at it, you say it's firm, okay? Remember, I told you that we need firm whipped cream. Firm whipped cream. Not saying like firm and hard, you know, Ricardo. No, it has to be. When you work with a piping tip, it has to be perfect. It has to give definition with the tip. It has to look nice, not porous. It has to be smooth, and it has to have weight. Look, don't even come here. Look, what do I do with this? Because whipped cream, when it has weight, it fills your bowl. This one here, it's a foam, guys, a foam. Look, don't even come. Look, oh, don't even come. Don't even come inside the globe. Look, there's not even, it's so light that it just stays in there. Now let me show it. Why am I doing this? You need to understand that when you transform it into thermal whipped cream, any type of whipped cream, you gain high definition with any brand. So sometimes you don't have a good brand in your area. You don't know how to choose a good brand if you have the technique to transform the whipped cream. What whipped cream is this? This here is Rika's whipped cream. It's an entry-level one, folks. Whipped cream, more like, I don't even know if it's the cheapest. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's an entry-level whipped cream. It's a whipped cream that has a strawberry on the front. It has a little strawberry. It has fruit. When it's a whipped cream that has a little strawberry and fruit on the front, it's whipped cream for you to fill, to work with in mousse, dessert, not for decorating cakes. Folks, it's so light that I don't know. I can't decorate a cake with it. I think I have strength in my hand. It can't be. Because when I try to smooth a cake with very light whipped cream, the whipped cream just comes off the cake. Then you see the base of the cake and you say, Jesus, let me do it more slowly. Then you put all the whipped cream back on top of the cake and very gently smooth it out. You say to yourself, I can't press down. No, the stuff will just come off the cake like that. Has this ever happened to you? Look, light whipped cream. Let me see. It didn't become porous because it doesn't even whip anymore. It's already at a smooth point, but very light. Oops, it doesn't fall. Very light. So I'm going to find, let me see if I have my cup here. I don't have my cup here. I was going to weigh, yes, a cup of this whipped cream for us to see, but I'll check where it is later. So this is the definition I'm giving for this whipped cream here, which is Rika, distributed by Hicks do Brasil. Hicks do Brasil has great whipped creams. As I mentioned to you here, Escatra cream, I think it's one of the whipped creams if they have another one, right? But this one is one of their best as it provides high definition, right? But for us to decorate cakes, to make our decorations, so you can work with a piping bag without worrying, I will teach in this big class. This here is Rika. It's also Rika, but I transformed it into thermal whipped cream. And I will be honest with you, the taste of it turned out wonderful. The taste here, yes, because the thermal whipped cream now, 2.0, is also bringing flavor to your whipped creams, okay? I tried this whipped cream here. It doesn't taste like anything. It has a slight taste of milk, something I can't remember. I couldn't figure out what flavor it has. This one, it has a flavor. When you eat a wonderful dessert, I really like flan. When I eat a flan, I find that little taste sensational. That melt. This one here, it turned out so velvety, folks. Look, I'm going to grab it here for you. Look at this. Look at the shine of this whipped cream. Look. This here is Rika, transformed into thermal whipped cream. Look. Look at the consistency. Look. It seems soft, but it's not. It's not. It's not at that point where it needs to be. This doesn't even need to be velvety for you to smooth a cake. I'm going to smooth the cake with it now. Okay? Look. This here is the thermal whipped cream made with Rika. Folks, look at it. Look at it here at the right consistency. Hold it like this, otherwise it will fall. Look, that I just whipped. Look, this is the one I just whipped, okay? It's very light, look. Extremely light. See? Look, I'll see if I can find my cup so we can measure. This one looks like a foam. If it stays here, it will soften. It will soften even more, okay? I'll take it like this. Rich whipped cream. Yes, thermal whipped cream. This is the pure whipped cream, and this is the thermal whipped cream. I'm afraid it might fall, okay? Look. Perfect, folks. Perfect smooth. Without porosity, and we can already start smoothing the cake. I will start smoothing the cake with the regular Rika. Shall we go? So, for those who haven't joined the VIP WhatsApp group yet, type the word cake. You can type it there. And then you will join the VIP group, and we will explain to you there how to do it, that you are taking the big class, which is the big class. Yes, on thermal whipped cream, which we will do to teach you this recipe. And it's not just the recipe, right, folks? I'm using now this regular Rika without the pure one, okay? Without making it into whipped cream. So you need to learn how to work with whipped cream, how to make it. Some types of whipped cream, I'll be honest with you, some brands, even when transformed into thermal, for making flowers can be a bit of work, because especially this one here. I made the thermal whipped cream here with it and made flowers. I like other brands that turn out even firmer. Look at its flower, folks. Look, let me grab it here. Oh, these flowers were made with Rika's thermal whipped cream. I just made them. It was 6:30 when I was making these flowers, see? Okay? I didn't add color. They stayed white, right? But you can see them there, right? It already gives definition, right? Now, making flowers with this soft whipped cream the way it is here, this one, I just whipped, I don't know, I can't do it. I really can't. Look, this one here, it's in the air. So it's already getting the air conditioning breeze. It's already starting to form its protective layer. It's not firm yet, but if I do this, look, it doesn't dirty my hand anymore. Ooh, see. Leo, what's the secret to making thermal whipped cream harden and form a protective layer? I'm going to tell you this live, right here. Live. I shouldn't be saying this, but the breeze from the air hitting your flower already creates a protective layer. After that, it's not needed anymore. It stays firm. Okay? So I proved this. Look, guys, it was 6:30 when I made this flower here. See? And I'm working with Rika. With Rika! The company is going to kill me. You can't make flowers with this here. Only if it turns into thermal whipped cream, guys, for heaven's sake. Their whipped cream is not high definition whipped cream. It's a whipped cream for you to work with. Make your dessert, make your mousse. Okay? Type the word cake, and you will learn how to transform any type of whipped cream into thermal whipped cream. Okay? This is my idea now to make you understand this. Let me just drink some water because my throat is still not good. Let me hydrate it. Otherwise, I'll start coughing. Oh, I need to hydrate this throat. And now I'm going to spread around the cake. Okay. The pure Rika whipped cream. And let's see. It didn't become porous because it didn't even reach the point of becoming porous, of coming out. You know? It didn't even get there. But let me just check something here. I wanted my little cup, but I can't find my cup. Oh, Dream. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can. No one looks at me. Everyone is looking over there. There's a bunch of people there, but no one looks at me. Hold on. Let me see if someone looks. They don't look. It's about to come out. Well, let's go. I'll see if I can find it later. I'm going to pass, so it didn't become porous, but guys, it will get soft. It will become soft. I'm just going to pass a little here so we can see, so that you can also analyze right? See if it will make a difference, if you will be able to see a difference or not. Otherwise, we will work with it here using a piping tip so that you can visualize as much as possible. Wow, I think I'm going to pass. Look, it's dripping, guys, dripping, seriously. I'm going to try to spread it here with a spatula. It's difficult. This soft whipped cream is complicated. Let me see if I can add more. Who here struggles with whipped cream, with soft whipped cream? Tell me. Or porous. And also tell me which brand of whipped cream you use. I'm talking about all the brands here. Let me put on my glasses. Otherwise, I can't see what you're saying. It's a whipped cream that stays out of the fridge for hours and doesn't melt. Kayo is saying the thermal whipped cream doesn't melt. Right, Kayo? Yes, it is very resistant to heat indeed. So if you can, even though you can also put it in the fridge, it will stay super firm in the fridge. If you take it out, it remains firm, it's perfect, right? This one here is the bad whipped cream, okay? Bad, oh, I can't say it's bad, right? This one here is the soft whipped cream, see? The soft whipped cream, what I'm working with is the whipped cream I just whipped. Well, plain. It's the one we struggle with, these plain whipped creams. That's why I like to bring tips for you here, folks. Leo, what type of whipped cream do I have to buy to use? Both for using and for making thermal whipped cream, because can you make thermal whipped cream with any brand? Yes, and I can prove to you that you can. Look, I can't even press it because it's so. If I press too hard here, it will go flying. Look at this. So Leo, what is the best whipped cream? Even for making the thermal one. I tell you, even if it's to make thermal whipped cream, even though I'm here explaining that you can make thermal whipped cream with any type, any brand of whipped cream. But of course, if you buy a good high definition whipped cream, the thermal one will be much better. You will have a wonderful definition. You'll be able to make flowers that in 2 hours. You'll already have your flour nice and firm. It's not that your flour will become hard as a rock and you'll pick it up and place it on the cake. No, but it will give you the confidence to transport it to your cake and also ensure that you can transport this cake to your client or without the flowers falling. Okay, folks, not collapsing. Oh, this pure Rica, it didn't become porous. If you look, it's very smooth, see? Look, it's just that you won't notice. Here I can see a bit of porosity in it, okay? You can see it. So what problem could it cause me since it didn't become porous? The problem it can cause is that it is too light. It's foam. This doesn't give you security in very hot weather. This will melt easily, okay? Rose said, I make thermal whipped cream with Amelia Mix. Yes, Amelia Mix has the blue one and the Amelia Supreme. Honestly, what I like to use the most is the Supreme, okay? To this day, it's what has helped me the most here. Guys, so this here is the cake. It's the whipped cream I showed you, which is the Rica, right? Then everyone will say, Leo, but cool, it's top. Yes, but remember that it's a foam. This doesn't have security. During transport, this will definitely melt, okay? And another thing, I can't make flowers with it. Foamy whipped cream. For you to make flowers and have a definition like this one here, oh Jesus, it almost fell. Like these here that I just made. These were made with Rica's thermal whipped cream, okay? Now let's go. I'm going to make it now with Rica's thermal whipped cream that I turned into thermal, okay? Drink water to hydrate the throat. Guys, I caught such a strong cold, such a sore throat. You know, I felt really bad. This here is Rika's whipped cream, turned into thermal whipped cream. This one is very heavy, very. So, I'm here stirring it. All whipped cream, huh? Look, just by stirring it, it's very heavy. It's very heavy, look. Beautiful, beautiful, very heavy. A cup of, well, in the last class, I weighed a cup of pure whipped cream. It was 84 grams. Then I weighed a cup of thermal whipped cream, and it was 184 grams. Does that make a difference? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because if you have high definition whipped cream, which has the weight for you to put on your cake, it's the best thing. You have security, you know it won't collapse because light whipped cream collapses. It melts easily. And this one, after you finish your decoration, if you leave it in a cool air, in about half an hour, it hardens, it creates a protective layer, but it needs to have cool air on top to create the protective layer. Leo, but can I put it in the fridge as soon as I finish? Yes, you can, guys. You can. The important thing is to know that when you transport it to your client, you won't risk it collapsing. Okay? Oh, okay. So any whipped cream I buy that I make into whipped cream will be good. I prefer, even though I can transform all types of whipped cream into thermal, I still prefer to always work with good whipped cream, one that has more definition, that has a decorated cake in front. I'm a bit picky with those whipped creams that have a little strawberry in front. Today, everyone is asking me, why do you dislike the strawberry? What is this, people? I love strawberries. I don't like, let me drink some water. My throat. I don't like to work with whipped cream to decorate cakes. I like it with the strawberry in front because I know it's not high definition, okay? So answering the question from those who were upset with me today, what I had against the strawberry, I have nothing against it. I love strawberries. Now, I'm already working here with the thermal, okay? You'll see that it will become much shinier, smoother. Let me put it here. And then I'll also show you with the piping tip how it looks, right? Let's go. And the flavor, right, people? How delicious, how delicious. It's wonderful. Everyone here, when I make it, praises it, saying, I can't believe that horrible whipped cream you had there. You transformed it like this. I said, that's right. And when I do the thermal, you don't even need to velvet it. It comes out ready. Delicious. Wonderful. Let me finish here. And if you're there, like Dots Bolo, put the word cake so you can join our VIP group. The big class is coming, okay, folks? Next week, I'll talk more about the big class, what you will learn, how it is, and how you can participate. All right? But in the meantime, join the VIP group because our big class is already coming. And there in the VIP group, stay there because I will post everything for you, the information, what you need, right? Let me put this here. Guys, my cake is made of styrofoam, but it's wrapped in plastic film. So I reuse this whipped cream later. Everything is clean here, okay? I'm here working, right? I work directly with decorated cakes here for you. So I'm always using and reusing, right? Let me see where my spatulas are. Hold on. Let me see if there's another one. There's one more here. Let's go. Let me put it on top. Hold on, let me clean it up. So, is everyone typing the word cake? That's it. When do you show how to make thermal whipped cream? Silvana, type the word cake and I'll send you a link. You'll join the VIP WhatsApp group and there you'll participate in the big class that's coming up, okay? Our big class is coming up soon. It will be very soon. And you'll learn how to work with thermal whipped cream. I'm just going to do the first smoothing here. And then I'll move to the side. You can already notice that it has weight. When you apply it, you do it with more confidence, right? Let me grab this and we'll smooth around. Very heavy. See, you even notice that your turntable doesn't spin quickly. Why? Because it accumulates here, adding weight. If it were the other frothy whipped cream, your turntable would do this. Look, it spins very fast. Here I can't spin it very fast. I have to spin it slower, okay? Look, I wanted it's over there, guys. I'm looking for the other smoother. I think this stainless steel one is better. I think it smooths better. It smooths better like this. It's easier for me to hold. When I'm working with thermal whipped cream, I can't stay like this on the cake. Look. This here is light whipped cream. With light whipped cream, you do it like this. Thermal whipped cream has weight. It's heavy to give you security, so I can go around like this. Look. I go around and smooth my cake. Look. I go all the way around, okay? And then I come again and I look. I worked just like I told you. This is Rika. The definition is different, folks. Let me just clean here. And the longer it stays here at the temperature with the breeze blowing on it, it risks forming a protective layer. So there's no point in talking too much. Make your decoration here. Look, just adjust it here. Oh, and another thing, you can also work with a texture spatula, okay? Let me just smooth it out first. And it's ready. Oh, folks, honestly, I really enjoy working with cakes, doing the decoration. I think it's rewarding. I don't know about you. So this has been my profession for many years, right? Working with cake decoration. And now I also like to develop recipes, all those things like that. I like it. Look. Smooth. Well, it's going to be very difficult for you to see. On top here, I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other one. I'm going to work with the spatula here just to create a definition. But I think you'll see it better because it's white. You'll see it better. Together, doing it with the piping tip. Itchy, okay? But you can already notice the weight. I don't know if you are seeing this or not, but it has weight. Quite heavy, very heavy. Perfect, look. It already has shine, okay? You can do it. You can work with the texture spatula. Let me see if there's one that has it. There's a little spatula. Let's see if I can do it now. Oh, guys, my throat is so bad. Let's go. Passed it the first time to get the mark. And look, it's already doing it. See? And we're going to pass it a second time. It has a lot of weight. And I was impressed with this. Even with this Rika brand itself. With the texture it had, with the flavor it had, you know? Because now our Thermal Whipped Cream 2.0 class will also add flavor to your whipped cream. Oh, wow, guys, it's beautiful. Let me inform you, and I stay here if you let me. When I don't see it smooth, beautiful, shining, I can't rest. Oh, and I stay and go and pass and return. It looks beautiful. That's it. There's the little cake. Look, it has so much weight that it keeps getting more and more. Look, perfect, right? Let me see the other one. I'm going to use the texture spatula on this one, and then we'll make a comparison. I don't know if you guys will be able to see. It's heavy, okay? Even though this is made of styrofoam, I'm going to weigh both styrofoam ones later, okay? Let's weigh both styrofoam ones to see. This one is super light. Let me clean it, and I'll use a texture spatula on this one. This one I'm going to do now is the pure one. It's the one I did first. Whoever is there isn't in our VIP group. Wow. This one I have to apply slowly. This one, oh my goodness. It's a foam. Look, if you're not careful, everything comes off the styrofoam. And now it looks strange. Hold on. It became quite porous now. It stayed here in the whipped cream, so it became porous. Look. You can see the porosity. It's just that you can't see it yet, right? See? But it's super light. I'm going to let me get a scale. Let me see if I have a scale. Here, I had one that I was working with here today. Hold on. It's not here. It's not, I come up with things at the last minute, right? Then I can't find them. I'm here alone, doing a live, and I can't find them when I want to. But yesterday, on Wednesday, I weighed a cup of gold whipped cream live here. It was 84 grams. And a cup of thermal whipped cream was 184 grams. That's where I proved to you with evidence. It's in the last live, okay? That really, the thermal whipped cream has weight, it has structure, it turns out much better. Now we're going to see in our, here I have the flowers I made just now. It was 6:30 with this Rika whipped cream. It takes a bit more work, but it's already firming up already. Look at this. Even though it's a softer whipped cream, as I said, right? Even though being an entry-level whipped cream, but look, because it stayed here in the air conditioning with the wind blowing on it, it quickly creates a protective layer, see? So this is a secret already, revealing 2 secrets of the thermal whipped cream. If it were regular whipped cream, even at 0 degrees, it wouldn't harden here at all. But because this is the thermal one, in front of the cold air, it creates a protective layer. Leo, but what about it? It's easy. If you can leave it here for at least a couple of hours, then to put it on your cake, it's easier. So there are people who get desperate because they start making the flowers, just finish smoothing the cake on top, then start making the flowers and placing them on the cake. How many times have I dropped a flower on top of the cake? They would fall upside down because the flour was super soft, the whipped cream was melting, and I needed to make the flour right. Look at this one here, already firm. Here, look, my little bud. I made it at 6:30, okay? If I touch it, it's still soft, look. But it already has the protective layer, right? I have some here that I don't even like to show much because they're already quite dry. And then everyone is like, oh, my flour doesn't turn out like that. Calm down, you need to learn how to work. Look at this, folks, how confident I am to handle the flour made with this Rika whipped cream. Yes, made with this Rika whipped cream, look, but transformed into thermal whipped cream, okay? That's what I want you to understand. By being able to transform the whipped cream, any type of whipped cream, into thermal whipped cream, you have more confidence, you have weight, you have stability, you can make your flowers. And depending on the whipped cream, it can turn out like this. It depends on the whipped cream. There are whipped creams that harden more. The Rika, I think it hardened less here because it's only been 30 minutes since it's been an hour since I made this one. This one was from the last class, okay? Look at this, made from whipped cream, huh? Yes, was it the whipped cream from the last class? Let me see which whipped cream it was. I think the whipped cream from the last class was Sissy Ball, if I'm not mistaken, okay? Or this one here is from Amelia Supreme. Now I'm really unsure because I know that Amelia Supreme has been the best for making flowers so far. It's the thermal whipped cream. I take the Amelia Supreme, turn it into thermal whipped cream, and make flowers. For me, it has been the best. But can I do it with the others? I can do it too. It's just that I have a bit more difficulty because I think the thermal with the whipped cream, yes, Amelia Supreme is the best for me. It becomes firmer, okay? So I say, and you have to pay close attention to what I'm saying, because later you might say, Leo, my flower didn't turn out like yours. My flower didn't harden. But did you let it dry a little in the cold air, in the air, so it could form a protective layer? Oh, no. Oh, which whipped cream did you use? Oh, I don't know. Calm down, everyone, because there are various types of whipped cream. If you follow exactly what I'm going to teach in the class, there's no way it can go wrong, because in the class, I do it step by step. In the class, I show you which is the best brand, how you need to prepare your thermal whipped cream, how you're going to use it, you know? I show all of this in the class, and it's a lot of information. I teach you how to make the flowers step by step, what the best movement is, you know? It's not just about coming and making the recipe. Then everyone says, oh, but why don't you share our recipe? Why isn't it free? Because this is my job, okay? So I need to present it to you in a much more professional way, with videos recorded in high definition. And isn't it wonderful to transform a whipped cream that was lost into flowers, right? Let's give a little help here, come on. The whipped cream that was practically, you didn't know if you would be able to make flowers, being able to transform it and make flowers like this, would you be happy? I am, and very, very happy. I want to show this whipped cream on the piping tip. So I picked up the 8B tip here. I was already working with it. Oh dear. I really wish you would learn, folks, that you would understand the meaning of all this that I'm teaching you. It's wonderful, you know. I am so happy to be able to transform any type of whipped cream into a good, high-definition whipped cream, showing you how the work is done. It's wonderful. Let me just wipe this with the cloth. Folks, I'm still not well. My throat is still not good, but let's go. Who's coming in? Let's go. Write the word cake to learn about Thermal Whipped Cream 2.0. Yasmin is speaking there. So let's go, folks. Anyone who is not yet in the VIP group needs to write the word cake. I'll send you a link. I'll send the link to your direct messages. Click on that link. Join the VIP group because next week we will start talking about this wonderful event, which is the Thermal Whipped Cream Masterclass. Okay? Marcia is saying, good evening. What will be the cost to learn how to make the thermal whipped cream? Marcia, it's such a negligible amount, just a small fee, okay? Really just a small fee. I'll tell you all, I can't disclose the price today. I can't. But those who know me know that it's a really low price. I'm sure it won't even be the price of a kilo of cake. Don't worry, okay? It's much more affordable than you think. Don't even worry about the price. Come on. Focus on learning. Look, this is the thermal whipped cream made with rich cream. Look at the definition of the piping tip, everyone. Because when the whipped cream you're working with is porous, when it's a very light whipped cream, you don't get definition in the movement, right? It just goes like this, poof. And you can't even see the lines from the piping tip or anything. Now this one, look how beautiful. Beautiful, everyone, look. And you can work with any type of piping tip as well, okay? Can you see the definition of the piping tip there? If it were a whipped cream, now let me get it. Let me see if I have the regular whipped cream. Here. Oh, but now I don't have this tip. for the other whipped cream. Now it got difficult, but there it is for you to see the definition of the piping tips clearly, how perfect it looks. Look. Beautiful, right? And super resistant like this, really firm. If it were, I've also tested with the whipped cream, with this whipped cream in the sun. I decorated 2 cakes, one with pure whipped cream and the other with the whipped cream. Yes, with the same whipped cream, but transformed into thermal whipped cream. Guys, the sun test is impressive. It's incredible. The light whipped cream starts to melt after 30 minutes in the sun at, well, 35 degrees. The thermal whipped cream keeps getting firmer. It's impressive. Well, wow, as the live stream comes to an end, I can no longer speak. In the last live stream, I had to stop because I had a coughing fit, and today is no different. Guys, so, yeah, I'll be back on Friday, because for those who are not yet look, start putting cake. Leia's enchantment there. Leia's enchantments, put it. Then you don't need to join many groups, just join one, okay? I'm having problems with my phone, it's not receiving the link. Is there another way to join the group? Buffett, Marcia, dive. Big dive. Marcia, call our support team here. Alison is there. Yasmin is there. Assist Marcia, get her link, her name, and send the link. She wants to receive it. She's not able to get it on her phone. We'll try to help you, okay, Marcia? Let me just get your name correctly here. Buffett, Marcia, Big Dive. We'll get in touch with you. Show the box of Rika whipped cream. This one that I just used. Rika, it's mirrored for you, okay? This one, this Rika whipped cream, as I explained, today I talked about the brand Rix, Rich of Brazil, right? In the next class, I'll bring another brand to discuss with you. And this one is an entry-level whipped cream. It's a whipped cream with a little strawberry on the front. And I transformed it by making this whipped cream here look wonderful. The longer it stays here, look, the more it hardens, okay? In fact, I even have to cover it. Because since I have the air conditioning on and it's getting cold air on top of it, it starts to form a protective layer here, so it shouldn't. Not for now, because I'm going to use it, right? So let me just stir it here for you to see. Okay. And then when I take it like this, look, it's funny because we work. And when you look at it like this, you say, Leo, it's soft. It's not, guys. It's at the exact point for you to smooth a cake. Oh, so do I still need to velvet it? There's no need. It's at the right point for you to smooth a cake. And super heavy, right? Different from what I whipped pure here. This pure one, I don't risk it. It's already soft. The longer it sits here, it kind of starts to water down, you know? Strange, isn't it? Look. And it gets like this. Porous. It's soft, look. Okay? It's watered down. This one, it's really watery. If I look, and very, very foamy. This one is one of those that ends up around, on average about 85 grams, a cup of whipped cream. This one. And mine, it will be around 180 grams per cup. Okay? Well, folks, on Friday, I'll be back to talk about another brand, to give more, provide more information for you. I hope it has been a very productive live session, because I think these types of live sessions clear up a lot of doubts, right? Clear up our doubts. So it's very important. I'm very happy. Soon our big class is coming up. I want everyone together to learn how to transform any type of whipped cream into thermal whipped cream, right? And already providing you with information about the whipped cream brands. Dots, what day will the big class be? Guys, the day of the big class is already
It will be next week. We will already open the CL classrooms, the registrations, right? But the big class will be here. It will be more towards the middle of April now, okay? But even so, next week I will already be giving you the dates of the big class, everything for you, okay? Good. Evening, Cleed. Kisses, my dear. I thank you for staying with me today, okay? Mace Macedo. What time today? What time today? What Macedo? Hilda is there asking, what time today? But I didn't understand. I don't have my support number here, Delicias de Valdirene, but the team is there. Call Alison, call Yasmin who are there. They will talk to you, okay? I don't have my support number. If Alison is here and wants to note down the support number, I can pin it here as there's still time. I'll hold on for a few minutes. Who else? Leo, here in Manaus, it's too hot. Will it hold up? It holds up. Yes, Dots. Bolo. It's what I tell you. Even for a whipped cream to be transformed into a thermal one, and you want it to be even more potent, you also need to work with good whipped cream. It's no use picking those whipped creams with a little strawberry on the front. Get a high definition whipped cream, transform it into a thermal one to make it even more potent. Then there won't be any problem, okay? What time did it start? We started the live today at 7 o'clock, folks. Yes, Morgana is asking Yasmin here, please get back to her. And I'm waiting for someone from support to let me know, to give me a phone number here. And so far, I haven't received anyone talking yet. Jenny Gourmet is leaving. Hi. Yes, Alison, I need to talk to you. This is Wellington. Yes, Wellington, I need to talk to you. Look, Yasmin is saying, write the word cake to learn about thermal whipped cream. Yasmin, can you put the support number there? People are asking for it. Let me see who else. Jerusa. What's the texture like when eating? Oh, folks, it's regular whipped cream, okay? The texture when eating is the same texture. So it's not hard like fondant, no. It will be normal, it will be a bit thicker, of course, but it's normal, okay? It's delicious whipped cream to eat, smooth, no problem. Delicias de Valdirene says she's having issues with her courses. Sometimes she had some problem with a password or something. She needs to call the support number. Look, some people are saying they couldn't access with the number, yes, on the WhatsApp link. So folks, by writing the word cake, I send the link to you, and yes, you go there, click on the link. And if anything, the support team will be helping, okay? Morgana said she lost access to the course. Oh, Morgana, but don't you have the support phone number to get in touch? I'm trying to see here if Yasmin or Alison will respond to me, but they haven't replied yet regarding the support number. Macedo, Ilda is typing the word cake, and so is Cleide. Yes, Katia, you can put it in the fridge and use it later. Yes, in the big class, I give tips on how to use it when you take it out of the fridge, okay? So I'm going to give a lot of tips, a lot of information. It's good for you to really learn in the big class, because that way you don't miss out, right? You don't miss any information. I understand some people are saying they can't do it. Chaki says she can't do it. Morgana says she needs to make the cake tomorrow. Let's get in touch with support then, Morgana. Morgana Maximus. I'm looking here. Yeah, can it be frozen after it's ready? Yes, it can be frozen. Okay? I freeze. I have all mine frozen there. Delicias de Valdirene says she had a problem, that her videos disappeared. Leo, I couldn't... Yeah, Today I'm without support here. Delicias de Valdirene. I'm trying to see if someone from support responds to me, but no one is answering and I can't. Okay. We are noting down all the little issues. so we can get in touch with you later, right? But folks, look, let me say something. When you are in our courses, there is a support number. We have email, everything there for you to get in touch. Okay? I just arrived. What has been done? Why write the word cake? Rosaline, write the word cake. I will send you a link in your direct messages. You will click on the link, enter the link, so you can join our VIP WhatsApp group because our big class is coming up. The thermal whipped cream. And then you will definitely participate in this big class to transform any type of whipped cream into the best whipped cream, okay? Yeah, I didn't mention the price today, Moni, because the price will only be announced next week. But honestly, I'm telling you, don't even worry about this price thing. It's so cheap. It's just a matter of a fee, okay? So I'm not worried, okay? I will leave the live recorded. And then below the live, I will leave the number of our support for anyone having issues to get in touch, okay? Guys, thank you very much. I want to thank you for staying here until the